What is up, bros and broskies? Beast Mode Guns here, and I am bringing another Supreme Commander Forged Alliance cast. This is number 3 in my cast series, where I pick out replays and other people's games and commentate them. We have a 4v4 here on the pyramid. It's a pretty wide map with a lot of land choke points. You've got this side that two ACUs will usually be going on. You've got this side as well. Each side has one expansion on the hill that you can build little outposts on, and all kinds of random mass and choke points here towards the middle and whatnot. And then of course you've got the middle, which has the pyramid itself and a lot of rock reclaim. The map itself has a lot of rocks for reclaim usually, and as you can see here, for example, and around there. So really, you want to take advantage of the reclaim because, I mean, rocks are very important. So, anyways, we'll just list off the faction yet. For Team 1 on the top right, we have Albatard as the UEF playing middle land. MSG is UEF playing left land, it looks like, on Chep as the Cybran playing on the right side land, and it looks like we've got K240 running the air for Team 1 as Aeon. So, and then on the bottom we got PascalP matching his air. Violence doing the top left land, doing the left side land. Robert doing the right side, and then as UEF on Violence with Seraphim, also Aeon, by the way. And then we got Totalitarian going the mid himself as Seraphim. Let's speed this up here. +2. This is going to be an hour-long game itself, so I gotta speed this up. All sides just building their land factories as usual. Looks like Robert messed up his builder a little. And yeah, factories, mass, all the standard build stuff. I mean, I could say this over and over in every cast. It won't be any different. It looks like Totalitarian is doing first Hydra though, over all his starting mass and Hydra over PGens. That's personally one of my favorite build strats if possible. RobertC building a lot of energy here. I assume he's gonna try to go air. You know, he wants to come up here, get up to this middle spot, and hold the mass there. Same for Violence, and of course, their mirror opponents. And it looks like there are some raiders going forward here from Chep. I don't think he's really going to find much that he's looking for, and the first thing he's going to encounter will probably be RobertC's ACU. Yeah, this should be some pretty even matchups here. The only thing that really seems sketchy to me is the air matchup. I feel like I don't know too much about players, but based on rating, PascalP could get an edge, but I think it's gonna overall be pretty evenly matched. MSG here is going forward to claim his middle side mass. Oh, apologies. And it looks like we got a bomber coming out from Violence over here. He's going to try and see if he can pick off any engineers, and that will be a very good plus for him to do that. He's also moving out his ACU to go for his side, but MSG has already gotten a head start on him. A nice sizable raiding party on the right side here from Chep, but there again, it's not going to find anything except the first thing it's going to see is maybe this land scout, this engineer, or this ACU. And actually looks like it's just holding. He's just getting his early spam out with K240 moving transport to claim the top expansion over here. And now these bombers over here from Violence, which currently have nothing stopping them right now, are going to go over and bomb some of these units, I do believe. And yep, just killed 3 units right there, and currently 5 kills on this bomber. And it's probably going to get 2nd star veterancy on this radar, or maybe not. It's getting some fire, but nothing's really killing it. It looks like Violence is putting a lot of land towards the middle. Totalitarian building some factories toward the middle, get that spam going. And Albatard moving land units to the middle. Really, this map comes down to the rocks and, of course, who can tech and spam at the same time. This is a heavy land spam map. You have to be able to spam, and you have to be able to tech at a decent rate and get tech 3 units, experimentals, and so on. Not exactly something I'm good at, to be honest. We'll see these people do it. It looks like Chep is already going to move on in the middle with a pretty nice land spam over here. Currently working 4 factories, and it looks like there is some combat somewhere. Let me find it. A Manti engaged over here with a few strikers, and I guess there were some kills traded. And it looks like there were some more gunshots going on. I see. It looks like there was a few strikers killed here by one Manti. Like, can't be right. Must be some pretty good macro by the Manti. Looks like Chep is lacking on energy since he's asking for some reason. He might be going gun. We'll find out in a sec. Whoops, wrong player. Yeah, I'm not sure what Chep is doing. That is. It looks like he got a. Hold on, I can't really. What is that? Oh, that he got a gun upgrade. He's going early stealth gun. Alright, he's gonna try and he's gonna push Robert if he can. Meanwhile, land battle up in the middle between Albatard and Totalitarian. Looks like Albatard is currently at a. It's hard to say. Albatard is trying to push forward, but he is losing more units. Though he is making Totalitarian pull back for now, as Totalitarian's pulling up more units. Albatard needs more forward factories here. He's pulling his ACU off on the side for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's a good way to get sniped. He's pulling back. Tanks up here from Violence, killing MSG's mass expansion up on the top left hill. They just rock that. Meanwhile, it looks like both Pascal and Violence are building here, and it looks like we've got the land battle up here continuing. A point defense picking off the strikers here, and Albatard being at a disadvantage right now. He should be able to do something about the UFR. Albatard's come off alone, heading straight into this enemy force. Totalitarian's going to try to ambush, but no, Totalitarian's pulling back. It turns out Albatard's. No, he doesn't have a gun, actually. Never mind. And now it looks like we've got an interesting battle down here. Robert currently holding off Chep's gun and Manti force with some strikers and tech 2 point defense, doing the best he can. Now having his own tech 1 point defense, but being disabled by Medusa. Robert just holding it, but he's gonna have to retreat here because this gun com with overcharge is just really lighting on him. It looks like though it looks like Chep's army is getting defeated pretty good here. His ACU is gun. It does have errands, so he can take care of what he needs to take care of. In the meanwhile, in the top middle here, Albatard is just swinging at it with Totalitarian's land force. They're just going neck and neck right now, but I think Totalitarian has the edge in terms of numbers. I'll have to check in a bit. Right now, it looks like Chep being forced to pull back due to a good deployment of point defenses by Robert. Chep, unless he can pick off some veterancy here, he's going to have to retreat. In the meanwhile, it looks like Albatard's land force is being forced to fall back here with a raiding group going against a smaller group of units from Violence. Violence does have Tech 2 land up making striker blazes, it looks like. And as you can see, K240 is going for the RAS upgrade, and Pascal got a RAS. So they're both really trying to work their air here. A little air dogfight going on right here, nothing significant though. It looks like Albatard's land capabilities just got massacred. Totalitarian now pushing on Albatard with Albatard's forward mid cover with the gun ACU, and Albatard all alone with his ACU, no gun, right up in the enemies, getting shot up by Ishova's various tanks and Aries and some tech 1 point defense. His ACU is going to get pincered. There is no way Albatard can simply survive here. This is going to be GG right here for Albatard. We're going to see this happen. In the meanwhile, it looks like Chep is just doing what he can to light on Robert, trying to keep pressure on, but Robert is going to push back the tech to be. Albatard does go down to a good push for Totalitarian. The Team 1 has lost the middle coverage, so now our forward Now the Air Force players are going to have to cover for him. Otherwise now the Team 2 in the bottom left now has a hole down the middle. MSG is going to have to be very careful here, otherwise he's going to be seeing a very unfortunate pincer. He does have gun come over here. He does have some Tech 2 PD going up against Violence, but it looks like he has to pull back with all these Tech 1 units coming in. Oh, RobertC getting knocked down by Chep. Chep is really pushing and trying to make up for at least for the loss of his teammate and to what's going to be success. 200 HP left in his ACU. Chep needs to just kill and it's dead. So Robert's down, one down for each team, and Chep now pulling his ACU back naturally with 3 stars of variance. Looks like Strat Bomber from K240 and Intercept with Mercies and ASFs coming out from Pascal. Pascal trying to mercy Chep, but one more mercy and Chep is out. Chep is, let's see here. There is a ASF dogfight going on here between K240 and Pascal, and it looks like Chep survives with enough HP to with the next mercy would have killed him too. One mercy did get him there. Restro's over here just trying to pick off the Tech 1 land force of Totalitarian best he can, but there is a lot of force there and no point defense here to cover. MSG just trying to go forward at the moment, but to not much effect. Chep pushing forward his land army. He's going to kill these engineers trying to reclaim. And now Totalitarian's pushing his gun com to the best of his capability, and he's about to overwhelm MSG to unless K240 can do something with his air and those restros, then MSG might be the next one to be defeated here. It looks like Totalitarian does have restore the what's it, the restoration upgrade? I don't know. And yep, pushed by a pack of blazes from Violence as well, alongside Totalitarian. Oh, and here come the Mercies, so the Mercies are going to light on Totalitarian. MSG is going to go down here, but these Mercies are going to cause Totalitarian to go down with them. Both lose the ACU. Totalitarian finally gets shot down, and so does MSG. It is now a 2v2 here. Both air players in their respective left and right sides going against one another in what appears to be a crazy battle. In the meanwhile, it looks like Chep down here is sending some Medusa to harass Violence's base. Violence has left his main base very vulnerable now with all his allied bases out of the way, so these Medusas are going to kill a little bit of mass here, but this Harbinger is going to come in and take care of it. It looks like there is some Tech 1 anti-air here from Violence trying to shake off these fighters here. These air superiority fighters, but not really going to do much. There is an incoming strat from K240, and he is going to kill some Tech 2 mass here, I think. Let's see. Yep. Tech 2 mass extractor and several mass storages down. Good bombing run, and it looks like it looks currently that K240 has the air advantage here, and he is just going to fly around over Pascal's base as much as he can, but Pascal is building SAM, so he's going to have to back off and allow him room to breathe. Harbinger's coming up from Violence doing what they just shooting down enemies, but they're going to die here due to just going straight on into a pack of enemy rhinos here. This one's might die at least. Let's oh no, it looks like this Harbinger survives yet. It appears I underestimated. Looks like K240 just left his fighters there for his strats. It looks like 3 mechs is dead. All the fighters and his strats there did get killed, so that's a breather for Pascal. Strats over here just bombing out some straggler units, and these 2 Tech 2 units here in the Engineer, which could be doing something, but I guess not. See anything interesting going on here? That's slowed down a bit. Looks like Tech 3 power from Chep being built. A lot of getting all the reclaim. Very good. A GC now having been started from K240, and we're going to see how quickly that builds up over time. It looks like it's going kind of slow. This is in +2, but he's only got one Tech 3 engineer on it. It looks like Violence is regaining the land control on his left front with Harbinger spam. So they're just going to push and wipe out all the rhinos that are just that Chep just has sitting around there. Chep needs to get a loyalist and or bricks. Big bricks are much better suited for dealing with harbingers, although much slower too. A little more air action going on here at the bomb. Nothing exciting. Anyways, it looks like well, 1 second. Apologies, our interruptions. It looks like there are 5 harbingers here, just pushing down, picking off whatever they see. Some Medusa here are destroying the some Armas as well, doing exactly what they can. These harbingers right here should be going after all these Medusa down here, and they're more than capable to, but they not. This one probably will. I hope it does, at least. It looks like there are a bit of K240 is piling up some strats. He might try to strat bomb Violence, as he is out on his own right here with minimal air defense, though Pascal does have his ASS right, just sitting pretty right there. He does have Sam around his base, so he is a bit safe. These Medusa are still pushing, or just rapid Medusa harassment, just trying to knock down his expansions back down to the best of their capability, and he is succeeding at that. Chep down there, as you can see, there's a K240 having a pretty good advantage over everyone else on mass and score. He's doing very good the air coverage and did a pretty good job down here, because if Totalitarian survived over here, then they'd be getting they'd be getting pressure on them right now, the top team here, and it wouldn't be good. And it looks like the GC that I mentioned earlier is done and is now going to be marching through the center of the map. I think we shall see. It looks like both sides just kind of turtling at the moment, minus the harassment from Chep on the right side. Both sides just keep building up more Tech 3 units and more air superiority fighters and so on. And it seems that this transport's going out over here. I'm not sure why. Oh, it's just another Harbinger probably going to reclaim this fighter right here and move on. At least that'd be good for mass. It looks like I don't think, does your side have a radar? I'm not sure. Well, both sides are fighting without proper radar, it looks like, and yeah, it's a blind dance. GC just now being finished from Pascal in rapid succession, it appears. So now both sides are just going to start bringing out experimentals here as it escalates. I've got some harbingers here from Violence, and if K240 can get his GC at those Harbies before Violence's GC comes, and that could be some nice veterancy, but Violence is pulling back all these Harbingers and Ascendants flak, and then they're just gonna hang around and wait for the GC. And I guess it looks like there's some scouting going on over here. Nothing significant anyway. I guess K240 did notice that the enemy GC is done, because he is pulling back his GC right now. Although he might be just going for this expansion up here. Not sure, but with this enemy GC now, that wouldn't be too safe an idea. And it's not close to any veterancy, nor would it be able to get veterancy right now. And it looks like Violence is just going off this direction, not sure why. We'll see what. And then it looks like Chep is just spamming loyalists. Gonna go for some Tech 3 land guerrilla warfare. So K240 does kill this expansion up here, and in the meanwhile, more strats being made by the same person, with another GC being built by the same person. K240 just playing aggressively with air and experimentals. We got the Harbinger over here just picking off engineers who are currently reclaiming, so that's going to be some lost mass reclaim. It's Harbinger's just sitting still here, not really doing much, and then the GC of Violence is going out all alone with an engineer drop, so he's going to reclaim all these factories and wreckage right here. And the GC here is nearby, so if he pushes it any forward, he's going to pick up some a little bit of veterancy, but the Resto is going to get it. Resto veterancy is also nice. We have 1-star veterancy. A little air battle going on over here. I think I'm not sure if that was a scout. That might have been a scout that just got picked off here. I'm not too sure. I swear that other than that, it's mostly turtly. The first half of the match though here, the first 15 or so minutes there were pretty crazy, a lot more fast paced. And just everyone just wiped half the field. So yeah, that was basically the culling, I guess you call it. And it looks like 2 GCs face to face here, but with the Harbinger support though, K240 is gonna lose his GC, but the strats are coming in here from K240 as well, so that's gonna even it out possibly, but no, it's not enough. K240 does lose his GC, and Violence's GC gets to go on living with 5.7k health. 2 more strats would do it, and or even 10 Harbingers. 10 Harbingers would be enough to down this GC right now. Well, maybe less, but I mean, since there's our Harbingers there, you have to take that into account. Some Tech 1 interceptors just flying around from Chep. Must be the good. The Loyalists are getting their goal here, and they are harassing this base right here, fighting a Harbinger. 3-1 though. Harbingers are more stronger, so they do lose. He does lose 1 Loyalist here, and these Loyalists, I'm not sure what they're shooting at, but they're gonna get killed by they're both gonna get killed by his Tech 1 point defense, and this Loyalist. And meanwhile, more Loyalists coming in to reinforce the first 3 that died, and this Harbinger is about to get whelped pretty badly. So yeah, it dies. Meanwhile, it's a lot of air spam coming up down here. More GC being built by both players here now. The second GC of K240 was finished, and he's just building more power and a quantum gateway. So he wants to start putting out support command units. And Chep is up to something here. I do wonder what. I do think he has the. Actually, no, he does not. If I add the second stealth upgrade, he has Tech 3. Oh, he has laser. This is very interesting. He might be going for a telemaser. Let's see. Yeah, his power is going apeshit. It looks like there's a good chance he could be going for a telemaser here, unless he's gonna go cloaky sneak attack. And meanwhile, his Loyalists are just poking around, doing what they do, just harass and kill everything in sight. Similar to all Tech 3 assault bots. The GC for Pascal here is done, and Chep wants to stay away from that best he can if possible. And just go around, just keep killing the mass here, though he is eventually going to get pincered between Pascal's GC and Violence's Harbingers. He does have a Rhino group here just rolling around. It's going to link up with these remaining Loyalists and just kill everything. He is killing the middle SAMs, so that's good. That'll give him allow him to resume scouting capabilities. I'm not sure these yeah, these a few more rhinos over here killing the second SAM turret, and some Fervors over here killing one of Chep's mass extractors. Only a Tech 1 though. Oh, I do apologize. Looks like Chep is now having a much bigger Loyalist land force now. He's going to bring that up to the middle, but versus Harbingers and a Galactic Colossus, actually 2 Galactic Colossuses, it would be get wrecked pretty fast. Looks like a A lot more shields, a lot more power, quantum gateway all being built here now. This is the turtle stage for now. Pascal does have eyes, so he can see whatever he wants to see on the enemy side, see what they're doing, and he's building some shielding for that. Another GC done for a K240, and what happens here? The telemaser goes into effect. Pascal gets sniped by the telemaser, and he is now dead. And it is up to Violence to single-handedly just do what he can. It looks like Chep does back off. Now his goal is accomplished. He's not going to risk telemaser a second time here. Although, really, he could. But, actually, no, too little, too late. Violence is just making spamming Tech 1 PD now, and which is pretty much the most quickest effective thing you can do when you've got a telemaser. But, tough luck for Violence, though. One of the GCs did belong to Pascal, so that GC dies. It is some reclaim for him, though. So I guess you can see it that way. But now these loyalists are going to come up from Chep and just harass the best they can. And right now, Violence doesn't really have anything against these this big loyalist Rhino force down here. So really, he's going to inflict as much damage as he can. But really, Chep should be starting out over here, not down here. He could be doing so much more damage over here. And he is going to kill these, though, but those loyalists are, and the GC are well aware that he's there, so they're just going to go over and deal with him before he can do any major damage. Depending on how he uses his loyalists, he might lose them all to these Harbingers and the GC. The GC does turn around, but there's still a pretty good amount of loyalists, of Harbingers. Although, I think the loyalist Rhino group that might have an edge over here. Now they are pushing the main base on the two sides right here. The Harbingers are going to run into and kill the Rhinos. There is another new GC up from Violence in perfect timing too, so all these loyalists have to back up or otherwise get killed, and that they are, because now the Harbingers are just making short work of these Rhinos, and most of the loyalists are now dead as well. And two GCs coming down the left side from K240. The second GC here from Violence did pull back, so Violence is going to lose all of this expansion over here now. After that telemaser snipe, though, it looks like the game has just flipped over from a potential stalemate to Team 1's side. Team 2 did play pretty good. Pascal did a really good job covering best he could, but in the end, the telemaser snipe got the edge on him. And yeah, these GCs right here just push where I can. But yeah, very well played by Team 1. Albatard, he could have done better on the land spam, though. Totalitarian, I don't really know much about him, but he did a really good job there with the gun and the tank spam, and eventually some Mishovas there in his end. And MSG did a nice job too, but he just got strung out. And yeah, it looks like it's just a battle of GCs, Galactic Colossuses, and Tech 3 units. It looks like it's just going to be a turtle for now. See if there's anything interesting going on down here for builds. Chep just seeing here if his comm is still pumping out loyalists. A few bricks now. And another large amount of strats getting pumped out from K240 with the SCUs out as well, just building and assisting air. And I just saw some shit there. I'm not gonna even question it. I do believe some bullets were just flying around in circles across the maps, or at least some Rhino projectiles. That tends to happen. Beautiful, beautiful projectiles. This is the original projectile. I don't particularly remember the old projectile for the Rhino, Cybran tank, and these Cerberus turrets, but the way they came out, though, I think they were a little more, and it's hard to explain. So yeah, we've got what looks like 22 strats here from K240. Wow, he is no longer Mr. Nice Guy. 22 strats, right, good to go. At this point, I think it's about 24, 25. And 3 GCs knocking right on this guy's doorstep. And he he wants to end this. K240 wants to end it. He's bringing in all of his strats right now, and we're going to see how this goes. This might be it for, Oh, and Violence does get the strats, but he survives. The shield just takes it all up. It looks like he's going to lose all his strats here. The strats are going to get some more bombing runs up. Actually, it could go either way right here. No. And no. Violence does get the strats here. 22 strats are pretty overwhelming, though. And he loses it. He should have, he might have been able to slip over to the other shield. Maybe not. But all that matters is 22 strats, and K240 just gave him the business despite his best efforts. Yeah, very, very well played by Team 1, the top right team. Good efforts by Team 2, and Team 2 actually had a pretty strong push in the early game. After they lost those early game players, though, then it just turned stalemate, and K240 was able to eco and make air superiority fighters mixed in with Chep's land spamming capabilities, and they just pulled it off together. And yeah, though, it was a pretty nice match, though, and GG to all of them. So yeah, that's about it. I'm BeastmodeGuNs, and I'll see you in the next cast. Peace.